You might know many individuals whose work seems to have dropped, whose motivation seems to have dropped, whose energy and initiative seem to have dropped, and they're very lethargic at work. These are people who were earlier very motivated. So something has changed. The change usually is in the environment. They have a new boss whom they can't get along with. There's a role change where they're very uncomfortable and they can't do it. They don't like the role which they have now. Something in the environment has changed. I want you to understand one key difference. The difference between your role given by the company and the work output that you give. Many times we mistake these two for the same thing. The role given by the company is one thing, your work output is a completely different thing. I'm going to talk about the difference between the two and the example I gave of a demotivated person at the job and how he should actually be handling this. Let's watch on.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
The job and the role you do for your company. Think of it as a contract that you have signed with an employer. There's a job and there's an output that's needed, you give it. You don't like the job, you change it. You look for another job. That's completely different from the work that you do and the output that you give. The work that you do reflects you and your personality and your character. It's through the output that you are sharing yourself. Whatever be the circumstances around the job and the role, the work that you give has to be of the top standard. It has to be excellent. Let's take an example. Very recently, the captain of an IPL cricket team was removed from his captaincy, though he continued to play in the team, and a new junior guy was brought in as a captain. Now the guy who was the captain has a lot of ways to react. He's obviously upset, so he can sulk and let his game drop and things like that. The other option is he can still sulk and do whatever, feel bad, feel hurt. But when it comes to the game, his batting has to be of his top order. It has to be the best because it's his credibility. It's what he is. So differentiate between the job and the role and the work that you do as an output. It doesn't matter what's your hierarchy in the organization. You could be the security guard at the gate. You could be a very junior sales guy. You could be a team leader. You could be a senior leader. Your output has to be at the best, highest standards. You have to continuously strive for excellence through learning, through seeking mentors. You have to keep improving yourself and be the best, irrespective of what's happening in the surrounding. Clearly, when you differentiate the two and focus on your output, there are these things that happen to you. First is that as you keep giving the highest standards of output, you feel a lot of personal satisfaction. It boosts your self-esteem. When you continuously give a high level of output, in spite of very trying environment, you build a reputation around you. This leads to opportunities that you didn't even think of. You suddenly get noticed in the organization. The senior leadership will notice you. It can get you promotions. It can move you into other roles which is more interesting and enjoyable. Or you are getting noticed also in the industry. You will get opportunities outside the company because you have worked on your output, which is now your reputation and your credibility. If you are a team leader, when you deliver this level of excellence, you inspire the team to step up and get to new heights. You get them to work outside their normal competency levels. Stretch, go for the extra mile. Being the best in what you do It's not just about ambition, it's about a mindset of excellence, of to be the best, of being the best, always, in everything you do, whether at work or at play. And as you commit to continuous improvement, this will set you apart and pave the way for rapid growth. Just to summarize, your role at the company is one thing. Don't worry about that too much. Focus on the output that you give. It has to be the best, and you compete with yourself to get better and better. You're not married to the company. There are no obligations. When the company wants to downsize, they will ask you to go over the afternoon. So you don't have any compulsions or loyalties to work with them all your life. If you don't like the company, you can change. But the output that you give is you. It goes with you throughout your life. Treasure it. Make it the best. Keep improving. And don't let it go down, whatever be the environment. Till the next week, stay unstable.